Hey everybody, it's Darren Burt, and this is another episode of HQ Behind the Scenes Live. We've got something really special for you guys today. Over on the other side of the screen, it's Gustavo and Esther, and they are the names and the faces and the brains behind the Wakit, which is technically it's the Wakit grinder. And I doubt very much if you guys have seen anything like this before, unless you're a smoke shop and you already carry it, and then you know how popular it is. So you guys, tell us about the Wakit grinder. Tell us what this is all about.
So the Wakit grinder is the first ball and chain grinder. So I've got a drone motor hooked up to a lithium battery, and when you push the top here, it puts the ball and chain in motion. And this ball and chain breaks up flour better than your traditional grinders or a coffee grinder or any sort like that.
Mm-hmm. So give us the background on it. I know there's a little story about how it came to be.
Sure. We started this venture about 4 years ago, and we had different ideas on how to break down flour. I personally was using a coffee grinder, and I wanted a better solution that wasn't destroying the flour. So when we started on this venture, we started using different motors, different materials. For the ball and chain was probably like the 17th thing I tried. I tried nylon, I tried different types of metal wires, chains, thicker chains, all kinds of different things. What we found out was that this little ball and chain, when it hits the flour, it actually whacks it and then opens up the flour so that the stem falls to the bottom, because you don't want to be smoking stems.
Right.
But the beautiful thing and the biggest difference between this grinder and everything else out there is it doesn't destroy your flours. It actually fluffs up your pistils so that when it churns it inside and out, there's more air that can flow through the material, so it's smokable.
Right.
With the fluffy grind.
Right. You were saying that a traditional grinder is almost like a press because it's smashing it together at the teeth.
Yeah, in my opinion, any grinder out there that you have to tear apart your flour and then stick it into teeth and then press it down, that's a rosin press to me, because now you're getting all the material stuck between the teeth, and then it's got to go through these tiny holes to go through. Well, that's a lot of handling. And instead, what's happening here with the chain is it's hitting it, and the parts that have already grinded are falling to the bottom, and then the parts that aren't grinded are continuing to get hit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll do a demonstration here in a bit on actually the proper way to use it, because a lot of people are just holding it down and they're just churning the flour in the keef. And if you want that, that's great. But depending on what you're smoking, if you're smoking a blunt, if you're smoking on papers, the consistency and the fineness of it really matters so that it doesn't run.
Yeah, so tell us about the cone.
So with any cone, what's happening right now is that you've got the bottom material to fill, which is much more narrow than the top. And what you're able to do with the Wakit grinder is you're able to fill this bottom portion and pack it without sticking anything inside of it to poke it down.
Mm-hmm.
If you have very chirpy flour and you've cut it up, if you push it down with a poker, what ends up happening is it clumps together, and those clumps become hard and it starts to run. You want the material consistent all the way through. So after you fill the cone, what it basically should do is it should look like that, with no air pockets anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is because it's the consistency of the grind. And when the air passage starts going through the cone, it burns evenly and consistently. So
how much more, I guess, how much more use do you get out of your initial flour with this grinder as compared to a traditional grinder?
So we have a lot of pre-roll companies using the unit. And the reason they're going through it, because before they were using coffee grinders and Cuisinarts. And if you ever went to their shops, it just looks completely caked onto the blade, onto the sides and whatnot. With the grinder here, all you're basically doing with the glove is just churning the inside and going like this, and everything falls down to the bottom.
So you're smoking the whole flower because it doesn't separate the keef. So you're getting the benefit of the entire flower.
Yeah,
So we have heard people say that they get a higher high because they're smoking the whole flower.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And you were saying that, well, why don't you go ahead and give us a demo so we can see how it works? Then we can have, know more about what we're talking about here.
all right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you the old grinder. This grinder is the one with our older motor. So if you can hear it, that's what it sounds like. And this is what the problem was people were telling me. So if I put this much flour in under it, it gets stuck. So
it has a safety feature that activates when it feels the resistance. So what we did is, based on consumer feedback, is we have a new, stronger motor on the new inventory that we just dropped. And when you put it over the herb.
So watch what happens. And now it's the new motor.
It just goes right through.
So that one single tap, and this is what I'm talking about. In fine flour, you have very small stems. You don't have big stems, but again, you don't want to be smoking these. So you can separate these out to the side.
So you tap it once or twice to get it separated.
You tap it once or twice to get it to that consistency. Now, if this was for a blunt, this would be perfect. But for a cone, you see stuff like this, this would not be smokable until you took it to that second tap. And as you see how I play with it and I move it around, because depending on how terpy your flour is, you may have to grind a little bit more. But the difference between this and every other grinder out there is that you're in control. You get to decide if you want it finer, because once you put this in a coffee grinder or you put this in a traditional grinder, it is what it is when it comes out. So
Now Gustavo, show us the bottom of that grinder again, because there's nothing in there. You don't have to clean that at all.
No, and like I said, all you're basically doing this and tapping to keep up. And the beautiful thing about this is, since it's clear, see the lights on the bottom? It actually lights up so you can kind of see what you're working with. And the beautiful part about this is that you can go through, I'd say at least a half a pound of flour before it needs a charge. There's a little lithium USB charge for the lithium battery to be charged. The first charge takes a couple of hours, but after that, it'd probably be a couple of months before you need to recharge it again. And it also comes with a 6-month warranty on it. So if for any reason something was to go wrong with the grinder, we replace them, no questions asked.
They just have to register the product on our website within 14 days of purchase.
Okay. And it comes in a really nice packaging too.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll show you the new packaging that we came up with. It actually has the
new, stronger motor
on it.
And we have the same 3 designs that are popular among users. The tree goddess, the black one, and then the all clear, which is the one Gustavo used for grinding.
What's the most popular?
The all clear. People love to see the insides.
Yeah, that's the cool, see how it works, right?
And one of the nice things I made about the package is that I made this package for smoke stores that when they put this product out on the shelf, the customers can actually see it working. So the way it works is if you push down on the top here,
you can see it.
you can actually turn it. So when it sits on a counter, so this way you don't have to take it out of the package so people can see it used. But what we found, especially in dispensaries and some of the top end smoke stores, they're putting the unit on top of the display case on a tray, and people just come and mess with it.
Yeah, that's smart.
And when people
And-
actually see it in use, that's when they get the idea.
And there's not a whole lot of education about how to use it, really. It's pretty straightforward, simple.
It really is.
It is. They just have to get used to using quick, short taps because that's what's going to control the grind. So if they want it chunky, it's just 1 to 2 quick, short taps. And if they want it finer, just add quick, short taps.
And how many? Okay, so you guys have 4 years ago.
Yeah.
4 years ago, you introduced it. How has it gone with smoke shops and dispensaries? Is it just selling out?
Yeah, we can't keep the inventory in stock, so that's a good thing. Whatever we've made is kind of gone out the door. We've been a real big hit with distributors and smoke stores and dispensaries. So they've reached out to us, and we'll ship them out all pre-designs, and it's going really good.
If I remember, I talked to you guys at a trade show. You said it was going at that time. It was going to. You were working a deal with Amazon, or it was going to be on Amazon. Did that come about?
Yes, we are on Amazon US, Canada, and UK, United Kingdom.
So as a smoke shop, let me just play devil's advocate.
Sure.
A smoke shop has these. Oh, they're on Amazon, and I'm a customer. Oh, I'll just get it from Amazon.
So the pricing is the same. We are
Okay.
the sellers on Amazon, so we are protecting the brand. We have a registered brand, and we're also protecting the MSRP to ensure that drop doesn't happen on price, so that we can protect the smoke shops and distributors.
So one thing we did to make sure of this, because when we first started selling on Amazon, we didn't realize that everybody could take our product and sell it on Amazon. And that was really hurting our brand, especially when it comes to smoke stores. Just like you said, I walk into a smoke store and I see the same product at half the price on Amazon. So what we did is we took this product and our trademarks and branded it so that no one else can sell this product. So if somebody else tried to sell the product on Amazon, it would get denied. So we're able to protect the brand, but most of all, protect the price so that smoke shops and distributors don't feel like they're getting cut out. We work
Right.
with stores, so
Right. So you don't have some customers just coming in and, showrooming, as they call it, where they come in and they play with it on the counter and then they leave and buy it somewhere else. It's just right here and get it and go home with it and you're good.
Yeah. And our warranty is good wherever. If you buy it from a smoke store, the warranty applies. So we stand behind the units 100%.
So tilt your camera down just a little bit. I want to see that tray again.
Sure.
I see OCB stuff all over that tray. You guys have a connection with OCB?
Yeah, we've been working. We've worked a deal with OCB. They're
One of the biggest paper companies around.
Yes. We're really excited about the opportunity. They're going to pick us up in 2021. They're going to handle our wholesale distribution, and we're excited because we love their papers, and I've made products specifically for their papers. So this is just the beginning of what you're seeing here. You're going to see quite a few products from us in the future.
Are you taking this overseas to Canada? Has it gone global?
Yes, we are selling in different countries. We're selling in Mexico, Puerto Rico, Amsterdam, Australia,
Canada, UK.
Canada, United Kingdom, and with OCB, they're going to have distribution in the USA and Canada.
Nice. That'll be great.
Yeah.
So what's the goal for the brand, for the Wakit brand? What's the goal, ultimate goal?
Really simple. I wanted to give people that enjoy flower a different way to break it down. I mean, if you look at the grinder industry, we've been doing this spice and meal thing since the dawn of ages. And no one has taken technology in a simple way and said, hey, how can I make this better? And the biggest reason is if you think about the money that people spend on flour, and especially as expensive as it can get, you want a grinder that's going to take every piece and bit of it and make it enjoyable and not waste it by getting stuck in teeth, getting stuck in a keef catcher. And not only that, when you press it and you're pushing it down, to me, it just changes the consistency and the texture of it. So just a more enjoyable, smokable experience.
Yeah, I think a real hit among people with dexterity challenges, people that have osteoarthritis or multiple sclerosis,
Seniors.
carpal tunnel. And I have people reach out to me to tell me what a great product, that they love it, that it's so easy for them to get their medication ready to use. And within 5 seconds, you can have your grind prepped, ready to enjoy.
What's been the reaction when you've shown it to some old school people?
It depends, because and I'm one of those. I was one of those that was
me too.
Oh, you got to touch it with your fingers and you got to feel this. What I found out that a lot of the essential ingredients ended up on my fingers. So I looked at this and I said, wait a minute. Again, why am I spending this much money on this when I should be able to enjoy the entire content of the flower when it's getting stuck all over my fingers, when it's getting stuck on metal blades and teeth? And so I put a coating on the bottom of the chain so nothing sticks to it. So you don't have to worry about, after you've gone through so much, you have a big glob of resin on the bottom of your chain.
Right.
And another thing people don't really consider is cross-contamination.
Okay.
So let's say that you're up one late night and you've got the munchies and you went out and got, food and whatnot, and you haven't cleaned your hands, and now you're handling your flour. Now you're handling the flour and you're touching it all with your fingers, and then you're tearing it apart and you're stuffing it inside of a grinder. With this, you basically grab the jar, throw it on the thing, and put it down, and you're not touching it at all.
And you're done.
You're done. So it's ease of use. It's actually coming into the 21st century when it comes to breaking down flour. And the beautiful thing about this is that when you break down the flour to this consistency, you'll really notice it when it smokes. That's the difference between any other grinder or breaking it down with your fingers. It's the consistency. It's kind of like if you're burning, charcoal or embers, and you have big pieces and small pieces, they don't burn at the same temperatures. With this, they do.
You were just mentioning cross-contamination. I was asking you before about how COVID has affected you guys, or if it has, and you said there's been an uptick in sales with people staying at home.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure one of them, because, being locked in home and not being able to travel to trade shows, and we visited smoke stores and distributors across the U.S. So this shut us in-house just like everyone else. And we were a bit concerned when COVID started, but what we started noticing is our sales started picking up. And a lot more people started doing reviews for us that we would never expect to do reviews. We had vets, senior citizens. It's not your typical influencers that are starting to pick us up now.
Yeah, it's the actual users, right?
Yeah. And the beautiful thing about it is we've even had some people use this for kitchen spices and cooking and stuff like that.
Well, sure. I mean, that's how they market a conventional grinder, is for spices. So,
but ours actually works. You can actually use this on rosemary and thyme and whatnot.
Nice. So you're going to get some chefs in there as well.
Yes, people are using them for edibles and cooking.
Well, for all you guys that want to try this out, these guys are going to be nice enough to give one away. Isn't that right?
Absolutely.
Yes, we have a giveaway going on. And
So
we'll do a bundle with papers.
So what we're going to do is we want you guys to share this video, and then we will wait for 30 days, and everybody that shares it will get into the drawing.
Oh, cool.
And these guys will send you it personally. They'll even autograph the box, won't you?
Absolutely.
And we want to take this opportunity to thank the people that have helped us along the way. Networking, collaborating, the influencers, the users that share content, just sharing with their followers, Wakit grinders, and helping us get known through social media. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, when you talk about marketing, you always hear about word of mouth, and this is really a product that if you get this and your friend sees this or anybody sees it, boom, they're all over it. Yeah. It's not something you have to explain, like you said. Just put it on there, tap it, and look at what came out. It's pretty amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, we're especially thankful for the people that support us and bought the unit, because we can't advertise on Facebook or Google or Instagram.
Like other products.
They don't allow products like ours to be advertised. Amazon does, but we got around it. But it's really been the people that have bought it that have started posting on their Facebook and their Instagram and how much they love it. And our Instagram page and Facebook page is pretty much an homage to the people that have bought it.
Sure.
So when they buy the unit and they post something, we post them back up on our stories and our walls.
Nice.
For appreciation.
We also appreciate HQ Magazine for the opportunity. And they've always been very good to us. Sandy.
Of course, we go to I remember seeing you guys at the very first show. You didn't even have a booth.
Yes.
No.
You came to our booth and we made a little video. And I'm going to be honest with you. They said, hey, these guys want to do a video about this new product. And I was like, oh, no, not another product. It's exactly the same like everything else. And I was just, when you came in and showed it, I was like, whoa, this is finally something new that we can promote as something that's going to be a game changer.
Yes, definitely revolutionary. And we launched in February 2019. So it's been a very interesting journey.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you guys have a lot more journey left, because it is already popular. I mean, where can it go from here? I mean,
we have some new products we're working on. I can't share at this point, but stay tuned, because we do have some new products coming out, and I think that they're going to also be very well received.
Well, this is where you're going to find that information. When they get ready to launch a product, we're going to be the first to know about it, right?
Yes,
absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, probably by the next 3 months, you'll start seeing something from us. And where we're going in direction is our ball and chain is our bread and butter. And we're noticing that it can do a lot of different things with different designs. So as the industry starts to progress and grow, we're going to grow with it.
So where do they find you guys? I'm going to throw this up. It's wakitgrinders.com. Is that correct?
Yes, it can be found on Amazon, US, Canada, and United Kingdom. Wakitgrinders.com, and high-end smoke shops.
Yeah, you can find us at quite a few smoke stores out there.
Dispensaries.
And dispensaries across the U.S., actually.
And if a smoke shop wants to find you guys so that they can carry the product in their store, they go to Wakit Grinder.
Yes, they go to wakitgrinders.com. There is a form there that they fill out, and it comes to us. Or they can email us at info, at wakitgrinders.com.
Yeah. Okay. And the same thing goes with the distributors. A lot of times we'll work with distributors. So if there's a distributor that's already servicing a smoke store, it's a lot easier for us to get the units out to the distributor to take care of the smoke stores. But we're open to talking to anybody out there that's interested in chatting about our product.
Okay.
We love hearing from consumers. So I really enjoy the DMs and talking to people about their experience and just networking.
And you guys aren't just salesmen. You guys are the real people behind the product. So
with inventors and manufacturer, and we take care of our social media. So we're it.
Yeah, we're the company. Yeah.
Great. Well, wakitgrinders.com. Gustavo, Esther, thank you very much for being on the show today. And you guys check this out. You are not going to regret this. So
thank you. Peace.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
we'll see you guys later.
See you later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.